So, this morning's little pondering about decision making. There's something going on in my life at the moment, and sometimes my mind goes absolutely crazy about this need to make a decision about it. Like I've got to plan, because I don't know about your mind, but my mind loves a plan. It loves to be making plans and creating plans and carrying plans out. But I'm noticing at the moment, because I'm quite stirred up about this issue, that my mind's just making up so much nonsense, and also that it believes, my mind thinks I have to make a decision now about something, and I don't. And I think there's something really powerful to see when you're feeling very stirred up and you're feeling upset about things, that you don't know what to do. And my body's been really telling me that this morning, been very emotional. I've had a good few cries, which is okay. And I've just noticed my mind just stirred up and trying to plan and plot and make decisions that it's just not in a fit state to make. And what I mean by that is that when we're stressed about something, when we've got so much going on in our minds, it's back to that old Einstein quote, which I love, which I'm going to misquote now because I can't remember the exact words, but it's something like, you can't solve a problem from the same state of mind or the same thinking or the same perspective that created it. That's just not possible. And when we're upset, we've become upset physically in our body, sensation wise in our body, we've become upset because of our thinking. That's what's created the upset feeling. And then the mind tries to solve that with the same state of mind, from the same state of mind. And you've probably noticed that sometimes when you've got a decision to make, that if you sort of put it to one side for a bit, either the need to make that decision just disappears because something changes in life, like it does all the time. Something happens, somebody else makes the decision for you, and you don't have to actually make that decision, or it just doesn't make any sense anymore to even consider it as being anything to make a decision about. And I often talk about sort of the A-B scenario. So I think if we're in duality, if it looks like it's this or that, and those two things are very much divided, like it's this or it's that, it's this or it's that, it's A or B. And over time, I think something happens to A and B. So either A just disappears as an option, or B disappears as an option, and then it's quite clear that as a result of that it's B or it's A, depending on which other one has ceased to be an option. Or neither. Suddenly, the decision just, like I said, doesn't need to be made. Or perhaps sometimes option C or D or E or all the way to Z. On a spreadsheet when it goes to Z and then it goes A, B. There's an infinite possibilities, isn't there? And I think when we're upset, we fundamentally can't see those possibilities at all. They're just not there. They're just not visible to us. When we're calmer, we can see the possibilities so much more. So that A, B, if we're doing it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that, back and forth, like I've been doing this morning with this decision. I don't think there's really a decision to make, to be fair, at the moment. But also, you probably found that sometimes there's just a knowing, isn't there? And when that knowing comes, if it's to choose something, make a decision, that comes with such a different feeling. It comes with a feeling of calm. it comes with just a really peaceful yes. Just a peaceful, yeah, that's the right thing. That's the right thing to do. That makes sense. It doesn't have any of this angsty, awful, stirred upness about it. That's just not there. That's just not there when there's a knowing about something. I'm kind of walking around in circles here because I'm in the park, and I thought we should stay in the park to do this video rather than go out onto the road. So you get a little tour of where I live when I do these videos. I'm also trying to avoid the dog walkers because I don't want to trip over their dogs while I'm holding my selfie stick up in the air. So I think while ever we stay in that place of this and that, it's this or that, it's this or that, my God, the stress, like the emotional roller coaster I've been on this morning, the up and down, it's exhausting, isn't it? It's really exhausting, and we don't need to do that. Now, that doesn't mean that you should be judging yourself for doing it, by the way. If you're caught up in something and you're not sure what to do, and you're finding yourself going into that plotting and planning. But just what I'm describing here is almost like just a step back into a place of just awareness of, like this morning, I was caught up in it for a long time and had no idea really how caught up I was in it. But then suddenly, I just went, oh, look at what my mind's been doing. It's been trying to solve a problem from the same thinking that created it. And there's just no answer there. There's just literally no answer there at all. And your body's the gift here. Like the really awful feelings, the stressful feelings, bizarrely they're the gift really. And I know that can be hard when we're feeling really stressed out, or we feel like the decision making process is creating some level of anxiety. It can feel like the feelings are the worst thing, and that's what you want to get rid of. And often that can mean that we're trying to make a decision from a place that's not particularly helpful. So notice what's going on in the body. Be in the body as much as you possibly can, not in the mind, because as we've already pointed out, the mind is just full of its own nonsense. Try not to get other people on my videos. Quite difficult when you're out for a morning walk in the park, because there's people. Of course, it's actually a beautiful morning. It tried to rain on me earlier, but it's given up, thankfully, because I'm not sure I'll be making a video in the rain. So I hope that's a little bit helpful. For me, more and more, it seems to be that the somatic experience, like the experience of what's going on in the body, is the most important thing to notice. And if you're feeling, like this morning, I was crying and feeling terrible in my body, and that's the signal. That's the signal that we're off course, really. And our decision-making process isn't actually working, really. If there is such a thing. Is there such a thing? Not sure, really. Anyway, thank you so much for coming for this morning walk. I hope it's been beautiful for you as well, because you can see the trees now are really starting to change. It's autumn here in the UK. Fully autumn here now. But beautiful, beautiful blue sky as well today. So take care. This is something that we do deeply explore in the Thriving Woman approach. I know that it can be a thing, that decision making can be such a thing that creates quite a lot of stress for people and can seem like it's a long and painful process, but it doesn't have to be. So check that out. There'll be some information down there, and do the whole lovely likey subscribey thing if you feel the urge. Take care, have a lovely day. Hope the sun's out where you are. Lots of love. Bye.